What's in a name? Everything, Part 3. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Exodus chapter 14, verse 13. Let's continue with Jehovah Nissi, the Lord my banner. Just because God fights your battles doesn't mean you're not involved. It's not easy to hand control over to the Lord and let him fight on your behalf. You may feel like you're copping out, being irresponsible. You're programmed to think, don't just sit there, do something. You're like a drowning man who can't stop grabbing for his rescuer, thereby making his job almost impossible. In essence, you become your rescuer's worst nightmare. The hardest part about the order to stand still and to see the salvation of the Lord is that most of us mistake standing still for doing nothing. Fear says, do something, anything. Faith says, stand in faith, let God do it. That's about as far from doing nothing as you can get. It's faith at its highest. Why do I need armour if I'm not fighting? Paul says, put on the full armour of God so you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 11. You're to wear God's armour, not yours. You're to stand, not fight. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 4. Our human methods get in God's way. Natural powers are useless against spiritual forces. The grub of the dragonfly that lives at the bottom of the pond may be a finely developed, vigorous grub. But when it becomes a dragonfly, the strengths and abilities of its grub life won't help it live on airborne life. Once you lived by effort, now you live by trusting in and relying on Jehovah Nissi. Pray for the wisdom to know when to step back, stand in faith, and let God fight for you.